Okay, so thumbs up, you can see me okay, you can hear me okay? Right, so nice gentle full body flow today. Make sure you listen to your own bodies, don't push yourselves too hard. And we'll work our way all the way through everything. So a little bit of core, a little bit of balance, some legs strengthening, some lower back, some hips, some shoulders. And today I wanted to incorporate, just to do something a little bit different for you guys, because obviously I'm here, it's not just an exercise class, you know, yoga, we're a lot more, we're trying to delve a little bit more spiritually and try and incorporate a little bit more of that into our practice. So I thought that we could talk, or I could talk you through some mudras this morning. So we're going to add some mudras into our practice, and I would like to teach you a little bit about them, about why we do them, and you know, the reasons behind them and the philosophy that goes behind all of that. So let's come into our first mudra. So just going to come into a comfortable seat, settle in, have a little bit of a wiggle, sway down to make sure you have equal pressure down through both sit bones. Press hands onto knees to begin with, and just let elbows soften and start to draw the heart up and away from the pelvis. We just want to create that length in the lumbar spine to begin with. Making space for the belly, for the abdomen, for the diaphragm. And then just begin to slide the shoulders down and away from the ears, even visualizing the shoulder blades pulling down towards the floor. This helps to lengthen along your spine, creates more space for the lungs, for the breath. And allowing you to sit up nice and tall opens all of your natural energy centers along your spine. Soften your jaw and close your eyes. And begin to center with your breath. Yoga is all about drawing together and uniting body, mind and soul. So we use the breath to first connect to our innermost self, observing the quality of the breath. Maybe it's the sound of the breath, the movement of the breath, or the feeling of the breath traveling into the lungs all the way down to the belly. And that exhale to allow you to let go, to ground down, and to let go of the spent breath. Just allow yourself to let go of the outside world, any to-do lists, anything that's been holding you down, holding you back. Lay it all to one side for the next 60 minutes as we focus body, mind and spirit all coming together with the breath and connecting breath to movement. Keeping the eyes softly closed, we'll come into our first mudra, which is our Dhyana mudra, which represents meditative bliss. So just placing your left hand palm down into your lap, palm up, into your lap. And then place your right hand, just rest it on top, also palm up. Join the thumbs together lightly. Relax the shoulders. Lengthen along your spine, lift heart. Visualize that energy coming out through the crown of the head, just creating that length once more in the spine. Relax the inner thighs. Just let the right hand rest into the palm of your left hand. Breathe into the belly. Find stillness, find your center. Quiet down the ego voice. This gesture we use to bring inner tranquility and peace. The diamond shape of the fingers represents the three jewels of Buddhism: the Buddha, community, and teachings or Dharma. The right hand represents wisdom and awareness, and the left hand represents the illusion of existence. Allowing yourself to settle in. Perhaps noticing if your breath begins to deepen and to lengthen. Moving the hands now to your knees, palms facing up, coming into Chin Mudra, drawing the thumb and the index finger together. Fingers pointing up. This mudra connects our individual consciousness with our universal consciousness, helping us to tap into a greater resource or power. It is said to sharpen our awareness and concentration, and is often paired with meditation. So once more, finding stillness here. Breathe through the side walls of your lungs, slow down the ego voice. Bring all of your awareness to the here and now, this present moment. Allow your breath to deepen and to lengthen. thumb represents universal consciousness, the fire in our bodies, and it's responsible for digestion and transformation of food, thoughts and emotions. The index finger represents the air element, and it represents the individual consciousness and is experienced in our breath. Just releasing the index finger and drawing your middle finger in to meet the thumb. This finger represents space, represents the unifier or the connector. This brings together all of the elements and represents harmony and health. Releasing the middle finger, bringing the ring finger in to touch the thumb. This is your earth finger. It represents your grounding, stabilizing, connecting and nourishing your forces within. Bringing the palms together at heart center into prayer. Lift the heart to meet the base of the thumbs, push through the palms, draw the shoulders down, rise up and out through the crown of the head. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, bow the head forward to meet the heart, connecting your heart to your head and tips of the nose to the tips of the fingers. Allow the head to soften forward, chin to chest. Find that opening in the back of the neck, a little bit of space in the cervical spine between each vertebra. And then with a nice big inhale, take the fingers down to the floor, palms open to the ceiling, swoop them up and overhead, reaching palms and fingertips out as wide as you can. Look up towards the thumb. And then exhale to draw all of that energy back into your heart. Mindful movement once more. Inhale, open, swoop the arms overhead, take them all the way up high. Fingertips reach up as the shoulders pull down. Exhale, hands to heart center. Resting hands onto knees. Take a deep breath in, lift the chin up as high as you can, tilt the head back, gently opening into the throat. Exhale, roll head forward and down, chin to chest. Inhale, right ear reaches over towards right shoulder. Lift the chin slightly, halfway head roll. Exhale, connecting to your own breath, chin to chest. Other side when you're ready. Inhale, left ear reaches for left shoulder. Keep lifting up through the heart. Take an inhale, lift the chin. Halfway head roll, exhale, chin to chest. Doing the same, one more on either side. Use your own breath. Inhale, right ear, right shoulder. Maybe lifting the chin, feel the stretch on the left side of the throat. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, left ear, left shoulder, lift the chin. Exhale, chin to chest. Interlacing the fingers in front of your heart, just resting the hands there, let the head roll forward. Breathe into the palms of the hands, feel a lift in the rise and fall of your chest. Connect into your breath. And then turning the palms away from you, push the palms out in front of the heart, draw the elbows in, round through the upper back, suck the navel in, rock back on the pelvis and draw the head down towards the chest. Push through the palms. Inhale, engage your belly, rise up high through the hands. Push through the palms, elbows keep drawing in. Exhale, push the hands away, draw elbows in, round through the upper back, suck belly in. And again, inhale, rise. Get the stretch into the shoulder girdle, along the arm, into the wrists. Exhale, hollow out the belly, suck the navel in, lean back, find space between the shoulder blades. Inhale to rise. Exhale, release into cactus arms, squeeze shoulders, squeeze elbows wide, tilt fingertips behind the elbows. Broaden across the chest. Inhale, tilt the head back, look up between the palms facing. Exhale, squeeze cactus arms. Inhale, rise. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, rise up. This time as we exhale, right fingers come down to the floor, left fingertips float overhead, side stretch. Draw that left shoulder back, bend into the right elbow, push down through the left sit bone so we can puff up into the left side of the ribcage. Active all the way to fingertips, find that space beneath the ribcage, into the obliques, all the way down to that left hip bone. Inhale, push the grounded hand, rise up. Exhale, other side. Draw the shoulders down away from the ears. Ground down through that right sit bone. Lead overhead with the right fingertips. Draw the shoulder back and away. Let the head hang. Find space on this side. Visualizing space between each rib, broadening the rib cage. Finding more space for the breath. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, side stretch. Inhale, float up. Exhale, side stretch. Inhale to float up. Exhale, drop the right hand. Left hand comes to the back of the head. Fingertips just lightly on the back of the head. Inhale, open the chest to the left. Look up underneath that left elbow. Exhale, round through the back, round through the spine. Take the head, the forehead, the elbow down towards that right knee. Inhale to open nice and wide. Lift the heart. Draw that left shoulder back as the right shoulder comes forward. Exhale, drop and roll through the spine. Inhale, rise up high. Exhale, drop the elbow, let the head hang. Either leave the hand where it is just for a little bit of extra weight. See if you can frame that knee with the chest. So either shoulder on either side of the knee. And then maybe walk those left fingertips away, get a little bit more stretch all the way down to the lumbar. Check in the inner thighs are relaxed. Breathe, close the eyes, tune into that subtle lengthening in the lower back. Let the head be heavy, relax the jaw, keep breathing. Inhale to rise up, fingers float overhead, side stretch. Exhale, coming over to the other side. Fingertips to the back of the head. Inhale, begin to twist and lift the heart, look up. Exhale to soften, roll forward, elbow to opposite knee. Inhale, rise up. Bring that left shoulder forward, right shoulder comes back, lift the heart, look up. Exhale, use the upper body weight to just release. Releasing all that tension with the exhales, finding a little bit more space. Inhale to rise. Twist, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale to relax down. Coming into stretch. Leave the hand where it is, or take the fingertips out, walk them away from you. Just get a little bit more stretch. Make sure the shoulder blades don't rise up around the ears. Try and keep them down. Shoulders pull down as the fingertips reach away. Frame the knee with the chest. Shoulder on either side of the knee. Relax. See if there's a little bit more give, a little bit more release as you allow yourself to soften. Keep breathing. Inhale, arm floats back up, side stretch. Exhale, coming out in line with the shoulders, flex through the hands. Draw the shoulders down the way and start to do tiny little circles. Doesn't matter which direction. In line with the shoulders, close your eyes, tune into that. So there's no tension in the neck, it's all going on in the shoulder girdle along the arms. If you've got pins and needles in your fingertips, you're probably just flexing a little bit hard. Take it into a wider circle. And then reverse the rotations. Take it in the other direction. Tune in. Feel the work in the upper body, upper back. Take it down to the smaller circle. Come back to the flex. And then turn the fingertips down towards the floor. Push through the heel of the hand. Nerve stretch. Breathe. Shoulders still pulling down, heart's lifted, the inner thighs are relaxed. Come out wide with the fingers and rotate the left palm up and round the left. Have a breath and then swap sides. So we're twisting one arm one direction, the other direction. So having massage for the upper back. Palm up, palm down. Turn both palms up to the ceiling. Have one more breath here. Really extend you to the fingertips, open the palms wide. Inhale when you're ready, open arms all the way up overhead till they come together in breath. Exhale, relax them back down. Let's do a couple of shoulder rolls here if you've built up any tensions. Relax hands onto knees. Inhale, hunt shoulders up around the ears. Exhale, slide them back down and away. Inhale, roll the shoulders forward and up. Exhale, back and down. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, back and down. This time, squeeze the shoulder blades together, lift them up. Inhale. Exhale, release forward and down. And again, inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades, lift them high. Exhale, release them forward and down. Last one. Inhale, squeeze, broaden the chest, lift the shoulder blades, feel the shortening in the neck muscles. Exhale, feel the release as you roll them forward and down. Let's come over into our tabletop. So rolling over your thigh, wherever feels good for you, however you need to get there. And we'll begin with some cat and cow. So just making sure we have our alignment, feet are shooting straight up behind, open fingertips out wide. We don't want to be dumping into our wrists. Grip the micro bend in the knuckles. Going to take some circles here. So we're going to take an inhale, rock forward slightly. Exhale, send the hips back towards, oh sorry, I did say cat and cow, I've changed it. Send the hips back. Inhale, bump the hips out to the left. Drawing circles with the hips, drawing circles with the shoulders. Exhale, take them right. Push them back. Inhale, rise up left. We'll be rocking forward, dropping the hips. Exhale, take them right. One more this direction. Inhale, left with the hips, bump them forward. Exhale, take them left. Send the hips back, reversing. Hips now to the right. Dropping them forward and down. Exhale, send the hips left. Releasing any tension in the thighs, in the hip joints, around the wrists. Inhale, right. Exhale, left. Nice wide circles, as wide as feels comfortable for you. Coming back to tabletop, now coming to our cat and cows. Inhale into your cow. Drop the belly, open through the collarbones, lift the chin, point to the tailbone. Exhale into your cat, arching the spine, drawing nose towards pelvis, rounding through the lower back, upper back, mid back, and then releasing into your cow, doing a few more rounds in your own time. Feeling that wave-like fluidity as you articulate through every single vertebra along your spine, finding space in the back body with your cat, and splaying the ribcage, splaying the abdominals with your cow. Let's incorporate hip flexors. Inhale, take the right toes up towards the ceiling, square off the hips, make sure you have equal pressure down through both of your hands. Inhale, take a little bit higher. Exhale, tuck everything in as you round the knee in towards your nose. Round to the upper back, hunch it in. Inhale to find space in those hip flexors into the quads, squeeze the glute. Exhale, hug it in. Inhale, high. Exhale to squeeze. And we can advance here if you want to go a little bit harder on the core. Inhale, take it up high. Lift the left hand and just lightly place it on the upper right arm or on your right elbow. Make sure that left shoulder doesn't drop. You want to keep the shoulders in line, engage through the core. Inhale high, exhale to squeeze it in. Inhale high. Lift the chin, splay open the abdominals, exhale to squeeze it all in. Do one more. Exhale. Releasing the toes to a point in line with the hips. Drop the left hand down, turn the left toes just off your mat. So pivot on the right, on the left knee. Drop the back foot down so it's in line with the back of your mat. Bring your weight into your left hand and then reach the right arm up high. Broaden across the chest, squeeze that right shoulder back behind you. Push down to the outside edge of that right foot. Lift through the right kneecap and try and get lift to the underside of your waist. Push down to the outside edge to really lift the bottom hip. Squeeze. If I was with you, I'd just gently put my hand on the back of your top hand so that you push my hand away. Squeeze the right shoulder back and away, look up. Engage the abdominals and then take the arms all the way up and over the head as if you're reaching for something just at the top of your mat. Keep pushing through the outside edge of that back foot and lifting. So you're using that hand, the grounded hand, to actively push the chest up and away from the mat. Shoulders away from ears, look up underneath the arm. Breathe. Find space between the fingertips all the way down to the shoulder, and then find space in the rib cage, the waist, and then find space all the way down from that right hip down to the outside edge of the foot. Working your way down. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze knee and elbow towards each other for a crunch. Inhale, stretch it wide. Exhale, squeeze elbow and knee together. Inhale to reach. One more exhale to squeeze. And then drop the foot down on the outside edge of the right foot. Hand comes inside the foot, lizard pose. Plant down through the foot and squeeze the knee into that right tricep. Let the hips fall forward. And then begin to find space in the front top body. So draw the shoulders back, draw the heart forward, lift your gaze. Let the hips keep dropping forward. Relax all of the muscles around the hip. Adding a twist here, so we're going to let the right foot roll out. Let the knee fall away. Push actively again to that left hand. Take the right hand behind you into your chin mudra. Reach out behind you. Looking back towards that pinky finger. Shoulders drawn back and away. Adding the twist. Working the body. Let the hips fall forward. Let the right knee fall away. Extend all the way to those fingertips. Pushing actively through the grounded hand to push your body up and away. Inhale, arm comes forward and down. Dropping down onto forearms if it's available. Holding for another breath. And bring our palms together into prayer here. Resting on elbows, elbows beneath shoulders. Let the knee fall. Bring the heart forward. Lift your gaze. Breathe. Come back onto the hands if you're not there already. And then step the knee back to tabletop. Taking it to the other side. Square our shoulders, wrists, knees under hips. Inhale, left toes reach high. Splay open the rib cage, lift the chin. Exhale, squeeze it in. Knee to nose. Inhale, high. Thinking about your cats and cows here, just adding the knee squeeze for a little bit of extra work in the hips. Activating to the core, inhale. Exhale. Advancing if anybody wants to go a little bit stronger, taking the right hand, resting on the left elbow. Make sure the right shoulder doesn't drop. Exhale. Keep the shoulders square. Breathe. Keep it going. Last one. Squeeze it in. Drop the right hand back down. Take the left toes out to the point. Take the right foot just off the mat, pivoting on that right knee. Drop the back toes down. Left toes now parallel with the back of the mat. Push down to the right hand. Lift the chest. Lift the underside of the waist. Inhale, arm reaches up high. Broadening the chest. Open the heart. Push the hand away. Squeeze that left shoulder back towards the right. Look up. Push down to the outside edge of that back foot. Inhale, take the arm all the way overhead. Keep that lift to the underside of the body. Lift that back kneecap so that back leg's really active. Draw the navel into the spine. Core's working. When you're ready for the squeeze, inhale, reach. Exhale, squeeze. Elbow, knee come together. Inhale, reach. Exhale, squeeze it in. Inhale, reach. Exhale to squeeze. Then drop the foot down to the outside edge of the left hand. Hand comes inside the knee. Squeeze the left knee into the left tricep. Toes come back behind you. Let the hips fall forward. Draw the shoulders back. Lift the gaze. Broaden across the chest. Think about lengthening from the tailbone all the way out through the crown of the head. You want to get as much distance from the crown of the head and the tailbone as you can. Coming into a twist. Ground down, right hand. Left toes roll out. Left foot rolls out, sorry. Let the knee fall away. Push through the grounded hand. Come into a twist, chin mudra. In line with the shoulder, turn to look back over that left shoulder. Belly button in. Relax that left knee. Soften the gaze. Breathe. Broaden that chest. Find a twist from your solar plexus. Active all the way to fingertips. Breathe. Inhale, arms sweeps overhead. Dropping down onto forearms. If it's available, or just come back onto the hands. Palms can be in prayer. Shoulders draw back and away again, looking for length between tailbone and crown of the head. If it's there for you, tuck back toes under, lift back kneecap, and then step it back to a plank pose. Forearm plank. Elbows, upper body still engaged. You can keep pushing through the palms. You can grip, interlace the fingers, or you can place the hands down onto the mat, whichever feels safer. Send the hip bones up a little bit so you're sending energy out through the tailbone. Heels are pushing actively away, toes tucked under, pull the belly in, lift through kneecaps, draw shoulder blades down and away. Breathe. Drop the knees down and send the hips back to your child's pose. Hands out, reach, drop the forehead down. Have a gentle rock side to side. Breathe. Massage the forehead. Let the back body relax. Maybe coming up onto tarantula fingers, lift the palms, push into the pads of the fingers, draw the shoulder blades back. Breathe and release. Big breath in, and then as we exhale, we're going to come up to a high kneel. So lift the hips, let the body hang, and then roll all the way up to a high kneel. Make sure hips are underneath. What are they called? Knees are underneath hips. We're going to come into another mudra, which is our lotus mudra. So we're going to join the little fingers and the thumbs, tips of the little fingers and the thumbs together, and then the base of the hands. So you're forming like a cup or a lotus flower. Extend to the other fingers. Bring them to the base of the thumbs towards your heart. Begin to engage through the glutes. Engage through your thigh muscles, draw the shoulders down. Take a nice big breath. Exhale, begin to push the hips forward, lift the arms up. Inhale, draw it back into your heart, release the hips back over the knees. Exhale, take it up. Push the hips forward. Inhale, draw it in. Exhale. Maybe coming over the head, bending into the elbow. Inhale, bring it back to the heart. Exhale to rise. Push hips forward, engage through glutes. Inhale. Exhale. Come back to center. Drop hands down to the mat beneath the shoulders. Tuck the toes. Send the hips high for downward facing. Push the heels into the mat. Push back actively through the hands. Broaden across the upper back. Take shoulder blades away from the ears. Hollow out the belly, set the navel to spine, tilt the pelvis to send the sit bones up towards the ceiling. Walk the heels and the feet out wide to the edges of your mat and walk your hands in, turn the toes in, heels out wide, come into a forward fold. Interlace palms behind the back, extend through your elbows, maybe resting here with any problems with your shoulders, or we can begin to hinge and fold, take the arms over the top of the head, broadening across the chest, actively pulling up through the kneecaps, pushing down through the outside edges of the feet, let the head hang, soften the jaw, have a gentle shake of the head perhaps. Bring the hands back down, heel toe the feet back together. Feet touching this time, big toes touching, ankle bones touching. Bend into the knees, grip hold of elbows, let the body hang. Relax the upper body, have a gentle sway and rock. Get ready to rise up, so we can either come up with a flat back, arms out wide, or take your time, roll up your spine, stacking each vertebra one at a time. Take a nice big stretch when you get there. Exhale, palms to heart center. Inhale to rise it up. Exhale, palms to heart. And then come into tree pose. You'll draw the right foot in towards the left thigh. Ground down to your left foot. Find your drishti. Take your time. Don't worry if your toes are just staying on the mat and we just open the knee here. If we're working on our balance, maybe we can start to creep up our leg coming into the inner shin. If we're there, all the way up to the inner thigh. Make sure the knee is opening out wide. Palms can come together either in lotus mudra or in prayer pose. And then we can begin to lift the arms up high. Again, chin mudra if it feels good. Connection. Open the branches of your tree nice and wide. Draw the shoulders down. Lift the belly button in and up, connecting to your core. Ground down. Breathe, find steadiness and stillness. Bring palms back together at heart. And then crossing the right leg around the left into our eagle legs. Sitting down into that left leg, make sure your hips stay square. Pushing into palms here, or also coming into eagle arms, so left arm can come over right. Draw the shoulder blades down, squeeze elbows together, and then begin to push palms and forearms away. See if you can sit a little bit deeper. Remember, there's options. If it's too strong, you can use a chair. Just stay in prayer hands. Pushing through your palms will activate your core. Or if we fall out of tree pose, just keep coming back. It does get more it gets easier the more you practice. Relax, open wide, stretch up. Exhale, palms to heart center, take it to the other side. Left foot, find your drishti, left foot comes to the inner thigh. Or wherever you are in your tree pose, no pressure. If this is your pose, we can practice just standing still, strengthening standing legs, sending the knee out wide, opening into the left hip. Squeeze the glutes, lift the heart, drop the shoulders, find your drishti. Again, we can take lotus mudra here, or we can rise up, or we can come into chin mudra, open the arms wide, whichever one feels best. Find stillness and steadiness, connect to your breath. Coming into eagle legs if it feels good and right. Wrapping left around right, sinking in, and then right elbow crosses left. Shoulders draw down, elbows squeeze together, forearms push away. Settle in, relaxing the thighs, relaxing the groin, the inner thighs. Finding space across the upper back. Breathe. Inhale to release, nice big stretch up. And exhale to hinge and fold. Walk the hands forward, coming into your plank pose. If it's too strong, drop the knees straight down here. Otherwise, again, lift the hips slightly. So we don't want to be straight or dipping in the middle. Try and stem the hips back a little bit. You'll feel a little bit more engagement. Push the shoulder blades back and away. Find length in the neck. Actively squeezing the elbows in. Pushing through the heels. Lift kneecaps. We can drop one knee here. We can drop both knees here. Or we can keep in plank as we chaturanga. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Drop the hips. Lift belly button. Curl up to cobra. Exhale. Straight back down. Inhale. Curl up. Cobra push-ups. Exhale, lead with the heart. Elbows drawing back, shoulders drawing back. Inhale, set belly button, lift heart, lift chin. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, tuck the toes, push all the way up, downward facing. Take the toes out wide, heels out wide, just have a wide leg down dog. See how that feels differently in your legs. Tilt the pelvis up high, step the belly button in, let the head hang. Walk the feet in towards each other, toes touching. Inhale, take the heels up really high, come up high on the toes, push the chest back. Exhale, twist the feet to the left, heels come right, bend the knees, push the body back, keep the left hand grounded. Maybe it floats up overhead. Maybe we can take the top leg, left leg wraps around the right. Keep lifting up through the heart, pushing through the grounded hand, lifting the bottom hip if we can, reaching through those top fingers. Breathe, have a little bounce. Release, come back to feet together, down dog. Push the heels down, tilt the pelvis up high. Let the heart and the head sink. And then twist the heels to the left, toes to the right. Bend the knees, maybe the right fingertips float up. Maybe the top leg, right leg wraps around the bottom leg. Lift that right shoulder back and away. Reach through the fingertips. Lift the bottom hip. Breathe, find space and arch into the side body. Strengthening the arms. And release, drop the hands, come back to together, down dog. Feet together. Inhale, halfway. Lift with the heart, just bend the knees. Step both feet up to the top of the mat, however you need to get there. Halfway lift to lengthen, inhale. Push through the thighs, draw the shoulders back. Powering out through the crown of the head. Exhale, hinge and fold, bend the knees if you need to. Spend some time here just trying to draw the heart and the head down to the floor. Check in with the alignment of your feet. Make sure the parallel to each other, but also parallel to the edges of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift to lengthen. Exhale, soften, bend the knees to fold. Inhale, halfway lift to lengthen. This time take your weight into your left foot and squeeze the right knee in towards your chest. We're right on the top of our fingertips here. Inhale, send the foot out behind you, lifting up as high as you can. Exhale to squeeze it in. Inhale, send it high. Exhale to squeeze. Inhale. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, high. And then coming up into our warrior three, if we can, floating and hovering fingertips up off the mat. Draw the heart long, send the fingertips out behind you. Lift the back toes, try and keep the hips square. Engage through the belly, find your balance. And then with control, drop that back foot down. Inhale, fingers swoop forward and up. Settle in, crescent pose. Lift the belly button in and up, lift the heart. Lead with the thumbs, keep pushing into the front knee. Push down to the back heel, lift that back kneecap. When you're ready, we're going to open up into warrior two. So lead with the right hip, pivot on the back foot, the front knee stays where it is. Drop the back heel down, arms come out in line with the shoulders. Check your alignment, heels should be roughly in line. Don't worry if they're a little bit wider. Coming into chin mudra, palms to ceiling. Settling in. Maybe coming a little bit deeper. Take arms up and overhead. Inhale, cross at the wrists. Squeeze shoulder blades together. Maybe lifting it up at front heel. Pushing into the toes. Lift the heart. Look back behind that right shoulder. Inhale to open warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Drop left elbow to left thigh. Reach overhead with the right fingertips. Again, chin mudra. Join thumb and index finger. Both hands extend to the other fingers. Drop the hips. Engage with that back leg. Inhale to open into peaceful warrior. Or reverse warrior. So draw that left shoulder back. Lift the heart. Draw the right shoulder forward. Right arm can rest on the lower back. Left arm reaches up and overhead. Draw the shoulders down away from the ears. Push into that front knee. Inhale again, coming up. Arms in, wrists crossing over. Sorry, can't speak. Extend your elbows. Looking forward this time. Find that strength. Maybe lifting that front heel to push that knee a little bit harder. And take the hands all the way down to mat. Extend that front leg. The back heel can come up slightly if you need to. Pivoting on the toes, or stay down in warrior two legs. Inhale, lift the heart, draw the shoulders back. Exhale to hinge and fold. Pyramid pose. Let the head sink. Draw that left hip in, because it's probably going to bump out a little bit. Try and draw it in so everything's in line. Pivot on the back toes, lift the back heel, drop the back kneecap. Plant down to the right hand, lift up to the left. Let the hips fall forward. Take the arm over behind. And then rise up to a twist. The front arm up. Hips fall forward. Arms pulling out in different directions, reverse twist. Plant the hands down, big step back to plank. Chaturanga, one leg down, both knees down, drop the chin, drop the chest. Whichever version you want to do, I'll meet you in down dog. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, send the hips high, downward dog. Have a rest, let the head hang. Send the sit bones up high, engage through the upper back to really let the heart come down towards the floor. And space along the arms, push down through the heels. Suck the belly button in. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward, big step forward to forward fold. Top of the mat, hinge and fold. Suck the belly button in, bend the knees here if you need to, don't strain your hamstrings. Don't strain your lower back. We're going to try and keep a flat back, so if your knees are bent, if that feels better, you'll still get the stretch. Take your weight into your right foot, bend into the knees. Inhale, send the left toes out high behind you. Come right up onto the toe, tips of the fingers, lift the heart, bring the gaze forward. Exhale to squeeze it in. Inhale, stretch. Exhale to squeeze. Knee to nose, round to the upper back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale to squeeze. Inhale, lengthen. Last one. Exhale to squeeze. And then coming into a warrior three, rising the chest, finding your balance. Woo, use a wall if you need to. Let's have one leg stronger than the other. See if we can find our warrior three, whichever way you need to. There we go. Point through the back toes. Drop the back toes down into your crescent pose. Inhale to rise up, exhale to sink in. Lead with the thumbs, lift the heart, draw the shoulders back and away. Active push through the back foot, back heel. Push through the front knee, keep the hips square. Rise up. Pivoting into your warrior two. When you're ready, keep the front knee where it is, pushing into that front foot with the mat. And then open that left hip, pivoting on the back foot, dropping the heel down. Hands come out, chin mudra. Active through your fingertips. Find your pose, find the balance, the strength in your warrior two. Suck the belly button in. Inhale, rise the arms up, cross at the wrist. Lift the front heel, look back underneath the left arm. Inhale, release to extended side angle, left arm sweeps forward and around. Right arm to right thigh, lift the heart, lift the back kneecap, push down to the outside edge of the back foot, sink in. Inhale, rise up, rotate, peaceful warrior, right shoulder lift comes back, the left shoulder comes forward, lift the heart, left arm and the lower back for support. Breathe. Inhale, left arm comes forward, cross at the wrist again. Draw the shoulders down, keep looking forward, maybe again lifting in the front heel. Find your strength, your power. Inhale to release. Dropping both hands down to frame the front foot, extend to the front knee. So bring that front knee up, send the right hip back, bring the left hip forward and down. You can rotate on the back toes, so you're in crescent pose here, or you can keep the heel grounded, see what feels best. Inhale, halfway lift, draw the heart and the head forward. Exhale to hinge and fold. Let the head hang. Breathe into that stretch. Draw the right hip back in. Rotate on those back toes, drop the back knee, plant down to the left hand, rise up to the right. Draw that right shoulder back and away. Let the hips fall forward. Broaden across the chest, lift the chin. And plant the hand down, big step back into your plank. Drop the knees here if you need to. One knee or both knees, otherwise chaturanga. Chin and chest come towards the mat. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Broaden across the chest, hold for an extra breath. Tuck the toes, send the hips high. Downward facing. Hold for a moment. Keep breathing, pushing into the mat, send the heels back and down. Lift the pelvis. Point the tailbone, set the belly button in. Inhale, lift the left toes up high. Three-legged or split dog. And then exhale, draw the knee to chest, drop it down towards the left thumb. Send the back toes out behind you. Bring the hands in, lift the heart, If anybody doesn't like this one with poorly knees, feel free to come down onto your back and just draw the knee into the chest. Come up, nice big inhale, exhale to hinge and fold. Pull the right hip back, left hip forward, slightly keep the hips square. Coming down either onto forearms or all the way down to the mat. Soften in, let gravity take over. If you're on your back in figure of four pose, just draw the knees into the chest. Your arms relax. Send your breath and your mind's eye to that left hip joint. Relax the body now, let the shoulders roll off your back. Let the head soften into your arms or into the mat. Relax that back leg. Are you holding on to any tension there that you just don't need to be? If you need a little bit more of a stretch, you can walk the arms over towards the left and rest down on that left thigh. Let the head hang. Come back down between the elbows. Feel a little bit more stretch. It shifts the intensity in the hip a little bit. Adds a bit of a lengthening to the right side of the rib cage of the waist. Inhale, get ready to release. Come back onto hands or forearms, rising up. Rock over onto that left hip, maybe drawing that back foot in towards you. Have a quad stretch here. Turning to the right to help draw the knee in, the heel in. If it feels good, maybe then rotating the chest back towards the front. Release that right quadricep. No tension in the neck, lengthen the shoulders. Find your pose. Release. Hands to frame that front knee. And either send it back to a split dog or coming onto a tabletop and just stretching that left leg out behind you. Just have a bit of a counter stretch, unravel. And then drop the foot down, take it to the other side. Right toes can lift and stretch out behind before drawing in to the other wrist. Send the hips back, squaring off the hips. Just set the right hip back a little bit. Left one comes forward. Inhale, find length and space. Exhale to settle in, wherever you are. So if it's strong, you can stay up on forearms. If it's really strong, just stay up on your hands. You're still softening into the hips the longer time you spend here. Or, as I said, alternatively, you can come onto your backs and do our figure of four pose, which you all know. Breathe, release, let go. Feel those muscles around that right hip stretching out, slowly becoming hydrated. A little bit more pliable as the oxygenated blood is now being sent in this area. So we place mild pressure around this joint, on knee, or right hip. Relax the feet, let the weight of the body take you into your mat. Stay with your breath. One more full breath here wherever you are. Getting ready to move with your inhale, just slowly beginning to lift the head, lift the heart, beginning to rise. Just dropping the right hip down, twisting yourself around to the left to draw that left foot in towards the left glute. So wherever it feels good, don't worry if it doesn't, just leave this bit out. If it does feel okay, maybe then twisting body back to the front. One might feel a little bit more open than the other. Send the breath there, feel that release as it stretches in. Relax the hip muscles, relax the thighs. And then drawing the knee forward and around. Sending the hips down your mat and then rolling down onto your backs. Nice little ball. Squeeze the knees up to the chest, tuck the chin into the throat. Have a gentle rock from side to side. Keep the left knee drawing in and just place the right foot back down in front of the right hip joint. Squeeze the knee in And then begin to take it up towards the left shoulder. So squeeze the shin up. Maybe hooking the knee into the left elbow or just into your hand, and just draw the knee up and out. So drawing up towards the top left corner of your mat. Relax the foot. Let the right knee fall away, roll onto the outside edge of the foot. Feel that stretch in the inner thigh, into the groin. Relax the right foot, relax the right knee, let it fall away. Option to come up to happy baby here, sliding down to the outside edge of the foot, lift the heel up high. Inhale and then exhale, squeeze the knee down towards the left shoulder. Keep the right hand on the right hip so we've got equal weight down through both sides of the back of the pelvis. Draw the toes in towards the shin bone, relax the shoulders, keep the tailbone, keep the hips grounded. Check in with that right thigh, is it still relaxed? Slowing everything back down, squeeze the knee in. And then taking the right hand across the body to the outside of the left knee. Release the left arm down to the floor and draw that left leg over to the right. Keep the left shoulder grounded. Rest the knee and the leg wherever feels good. Let your gaze fall over that left shoulder, left arm. Palm to the ceiling. Help open into that left shoulder. Find that twist on the left side of your rib cage. Into the spine, the waist, around the lower back. Relaxing the groin here. Letting the leg muscles just relax to take you into your twist. The leg muscles go heavy. Tune into that twist. Any subtle adjustments going on in your back. Let the shoulders relax, soften the jaw. Stretching out the abdominals. Releasing any blockages along our spine, our natural energy centers. Take a deep breath in and slowly allow the knees to come back to center. Supine rest position. And then when you're ready, swapping sides, the right knee gets squeezed into the chest. Let the left knee fall out to the left, come onto the outside edge of the left foot. And then either using the right hand to pull the knee out to the side and up, or hooking the knee in towards that right crook of your elbow. Just pulling it in and out, up and out, sorry. Relax the foot, let the foot hang from the tip of the ankle. Relax the shoulders, just feel it opening into the hip joint. Coming to your half happy baby, sliding the hand down to the foot or the ankle, lifting the heel up, left hand rests on left hip. Inhale, stretch, exhale, squeeze it in, down towards that right shoulder. Square off shoulders, flex through the heel. Feel the pushing, the flattening of the back of the pelvis, completely flat and open in the back of the, on the mat there, just feels nicely grounded. Breathe. Check in that left leg's relaxed. Breathe into that space, really connect to those hip joints, bring all of your awareness in there. How do the glutes feel? Inner thighs, outer thighs. Relaxing the abdominals, slowing down your breathing. And get ready for some twist. Left arm crosses over to that right knee. Right arm comes down to the floor, palm to the ceiling. Keep the shoulder grounded, keep the knee bent. Take it across the body until it comes to wherever it needs to be. Find that stretch around the waist, right side of the rib cage this time. Take your gaze or roll your head over to the right. Settle into your twist on this side. Relaxing the inner thighs, the groin. Check that the feet are relaxed. No tension in the jaw, the shoulders, arms. One last breath here. Enjoy the twist. And then get ready to unravel. Come back to center. Plant both feet in front of the hips. Hands either side of the hips. Square off the shoulders, maybe just make any adjustments. Lift the rib cage. Shuffle shoulder blades in towards each other. Creep the fingertips down towards the heels, and then nice big inhale, push down through the feet. Exhale to peel the hips up high, bridge pose, final body stretch. Just open the front body before we get ready for Shavasana. Again, shuffling shoulders in towards each other. Option to interlace fingers beneath the body if you wish here. See if you can send the hips a little bit higher. Maybe you might like to reach arms overhead. Lift the chin slightly wherever you are. And just breathe into that space in the front body. Strengthen the legs. Squeeze the glutes. Navel to spine. Nice deep breath. Expand into the rib cage. And then exhale. Slowly roll through each vertebra. Down into your mat, pushing into the lumbar, dropping the hips, pelvis tilts to neutral, and the lumbar spine lifts back up. Draw the soles of the feet together, and rest your hands either onto your belly, one hand on your heart, or out to the side, whichever feels comfortable. Close down the eyes. Supta Baddha Konasana, just to finally connect, the last pose to connect to the rhythm of your breath. Breathe into the palms of your hands. Slow down your breathings, gently close your eyes. It doesn't need to be heavy. Feel the connection of the feet, soles of the feet, all the energy channels connecting into the soles of your feet. Again, opening and flattening the back of the pelvis. Feeling the natural curves of your spine, lumbar spine arch, natural curve of your neck. Let the shoulders roll back and away. And lengthen your neck, soften your jaw. Get ready for Shavasana. So feel free to do whatever you want to do before Shavasana. You can stay in this pose if you prefer, if you want to leave your hips open. Or we can take the feet long. Rest arms either side of the body, palms open against the ceiling. Let the feet roll out to the sides. Grab hold of a blanket or eye pillow or jumper, anything you feel you might need to get cozy and comfortable. To allow yourself this time in Shavasana never to be overlooked. Your Shavasana is the time that your body needs to absorb all of the benefits of your practice. Just continuing this kindness to yourself just for a few last moments of your practice this morning. Come back to your breath. Giving yourself also this time to tune in to anything that came up for you during your practice. Physical, emotional. How was your voice that you used to talk to yourself? Was it kind? Would you have spoken to a loved one in the same way? Observing without judgment how you feel, how your body feels, the warmth or the coolness in the body, the heaviness or the lightness of the body. Let yourself be entirely relaxed and entirely focused on the here and now. Allow your breath to hold your mind's wandering attention. Follow the flow of your breath, the sound of your breath to hold you in the here and now. Whatever works for you. Give yourself yourself permission. Just observe thoughts and feelings and accept wherever you are, whether it be in your practice, within each pose. Knowing that you're exactly where you need to be and that there's no effort for the body to be here. Allowing yourself to stillness in this quiet time just for you, to thank yourself for your practice, for strengthening and for toning your body, for showing up, connecting breath to movement. Gently drawing your awareness back to your physical body, to your surroundings, to your environment. Before waking up entirely, just wiggling fingers and toes. And before we get ready to move, just coming back into Lotus Mudra. Press your palms gently together at the heart center. Seal the tips of the little fingers and the thumbs, as well as the base of the palms together. Extend the rest of your fingers wide, resting the base of the thumbs against your heart. The lotus or the Padma Mudra opens your heart chakra and represents purity. It symbolizes the lotus flower rooted in muck rising above, budding into the representation of pure beauty and light. It is said to calm body and mind, and to aid digestion and to dispel depression. So doing whatever you need to do before coming up to sitting to close our practice together. Maybe reach arms overhead. Do whatever you need to do before making your way slowly into a comfortable seat. Coming back into Dhyana Mudra, resting the right hand into the palm of the left, drawing the thumbs gently together. Draw shoulders down, lift heart, find length in your waist, and allow the chin to roll in towards your throat. Gently close down the eyes. Let's take some deep breaths here, just allowing the head to be heavy and just hang from the tip of the neck. Relax the inner thighs. Keeping the left hand where it is, we'll come into our final mudra. Keeping the eyes closed, we're just going to take the right hand and hold it up in front of the right shoulder with the palm facing out. This mudra is the Abhaya Mudra. And we use this for courage, facing fears and stepping into the unknown, or encouraging people to start something new. This mudra is a recognition that in our moments of greatest apprehension or uncertainty, there is a higher power guiding and protecting us. When we turn to our shadows of grace and love, they can become lighter. When we turn to what we have disowned within us, we allow the fear to dissipate. So it's always a nice way to close our practice with all this nonsense with Corona. We need the Abhaya Mudra to fear nothing for protection and fearlessness. Drawing the palms together at heart center, bowing forward, namaste. Happy Friday. Thank you for yogging with me this morning. Thank you for sharing your practice with me. I hope it was okay, a little bit different to what we normally do. But I just feel like sometimes I need to do something a bit different. I don't need to get bored. So thanks guys. I will